hit and also one of the worst hit areas. Police confirming one storm-related death there. Authorities say that the victim is an 11-year-old boy who was at a day camp. Homes and other buildings in Durham are torn to shreds. Some trees have been snapped, others have been ripped right out of the ground. Local residents were taken completely by surprise. We're going to go live right now to Megan Furman. She is reporting in that area of Durham this morning. Megan, thanks so much for joining us. Describe to us what that scene was like, because for a lot of people, there seemed to be no warning that this was coming.
And that's what they were talking about here today. They just had a media briefing, a public briefing for people to let the public know exactly what's going on. And the deputy chief did say they had no warning. This storm came out of nowhere. I spoke with some campers yesterday. They witnessed the funnel cloud coming just meters away from them, ran into the forest and just hugged trees because that's all they could do, just run for safety.
Describe to us the town of Durham. We understand it is quite a small town. Is it flat? Is it hilly? Would there have been any opportunity for people to run for cover?
It is quite flat. There's only a few different intersections. A very small town, about 2,500 people live here. Everybody taken by surprise, but the deputy mayor did say today everybody's coming out to help each other. And even when I arrived here yesterday, there were already neighbors outside directing traffic, helping pick up trees. I mean, trees are absolutely everywhere, and that's an understatement. There are wires down absolutely everywhere. Trees just snapped in half. It is a devastating scene.
Now, of course, very, very sad news with that coming out of an 11-year-old boy who unfortunately passed as a result of this storm. What are we learning about him today?
Police have confirmed that he is 11 years old, that he was at a day camp at the Durham Conservation Area. They are not releasing his name at the request of the family. They did say that he was hit by some falling debris, that he did have, multiple injuries. I spoke with a witness yesterday who actually attended to the boy and gave him CPR for about 20 minutes, he said, but was unable to revive him. His mother was at his side the entire time and was there when they pronounced him dead at the scene.
And he was a resident of Durham?
That is what they're saying. They are saying that he is a resident of Grey County here and that he was attending the day camp, so he was not an actual camper in a tent with a family, that he was just there for the day.
So, Megan, before we let you go, if you can just describe to us what the scene is like in Durham today in terms of power, in terms of what is being done to help everyone who has been left really devastated by this storm and tornado.
Hydro is saying there's about 450 people that still don't have power. They suspect that there may be many other people who have suffered severe damage, but they don't even know where they are or how they're doing just yet. Right now, it's sort of recovery mode, and they're still assessing everything. A lot of people are just in shock, trying to come to grips with what's happened in this small town.
Well, Megan, we really appreciate you joining us and giving us the perspective right from Durham this morning, and we'll continue to check in with you. Thank you very, very much. And now we are getting a much better idea today of really the full scope of all of the damage that was done right here in the GTA. Chopper 24 high over Highway 7 and Martin Grove in that Vaughan area. That was definitely one of the hardest hit areas in the GTA. Several homes have been destroyed in Vaughan. The city has also declared a state of emergency. 120 houses have been ordered evacuated because they were either destroyed or very badly damaged. Many more, about 7,000 homes and businesses lost power last night. Some still do not have power today. Now, up close on the ground, things unfortunately do not look a lot better. The lucky ones only lost a few shingles, but some people actually saw their entire roofs ripped away as tornadoes with winds that may have reached up to 200 kilometers an hour suddenly plunged out of the sky. Remarkably, no serious injuries in the GTA. In addition to damaged homes, mature trees, they were uprooted and cars tossed around like toys. And we go live right now to CP24 Sue Scambatti. She is checking out the damage near Jane and Major Mackenzie. Really a first-hand look and account of what has happened with some of the people who lived through it. Good morning, Sue.
Oh, Melissa, the stories are just terrifying, and everybody's got one today because most of the people were home when this storm hit. Thankfully, they're all saying it wasn't at night and they weren't upstairs in their rooms. Look at this house across the street. It has crumbled through the force of the wind and the storm that went through here. I'm joined now by Vaughan Fire Platoon Chief Marty Bromley. Have you seen anything like this in your 30-year career?
No, not the extensive damage that I've witnessed today. I've witnessed a number of homes that have collapsed in some fire situations, but this is extensive.
What do you make of what has happened, the extent of it.
Well, as I told you earlier, there's one home over there that's completely flattened, and homes on either side are untouched, and it just speaks to the force of Mother Nature.
You are here with your colleagues to go through the homes. What are you doing?
Basically, we're checking every home to make sure that they are safe for the contractors to come and repair the buildings, and also make sure that the homes are safe for the people to return to their homes.
How many homes so far have been condemned, as you call it?
There's 4 or 5 at this time. We're just checking another one that we're calling it condemned as far as we are concerned, but we're getting the building officials to come in and recheck the homes just to make sure.
And how long will it take for your officials to get through the 50 homes in this area that have been severely damaged?
We're making good progress. I'd estimate maybe mid-afternoon to late afternoon, and we should be completed the task of identifying which homes can be repaired and which ones will have to be left for the building department.
What is the scope in this immediate area? 50 homes severely damaged. How big of an area? What can you tell us about the path of this tornado or storm?
Well, from what I just witnessed, the damage on the west side of Jane Street. So damage started on the west side of Jane Street. The tornado jumped to the other side and cut us off, I guess, from here northeast. And we're talking probably 2 or 3 city blocks.
Is this one of the worst streets that we're on right now that you've seen?
Yes, Burnhaven. We had the house damaged on Hamer behind us, but I would estimate that Burnhaven is one of the worst streets that I've seen today.
What goes through your mind when you see a crumbled home, a home without a roof, the damage here?
Well, I see it a lot, of course, in my business. I'm just glad, and we're all fortunate that were just minor injuries. It's incredible.
That is the miracle of what happened. Thank you very much for joining us. And if we can offer a glimmer of good news for people here, is that fire officials hope to have gone through the homes in this neighborhood as early as this afternoon. Melissa.
All right, Sue, thank you so much for that. And of course, we'll have more on the aftermath of the